What's going on, people? I am Swimmer, and this is Opinionated Facts. I'm joined by my amazing co-host, Jordan to be great and Lovejoy. How y'all doing today, ladies? Yeah, today, because I'm up early with the crush still in the eye. How y'all doing today?
I'm doing really good this morning.
I am doing well also. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. And to our listeners, thank y'all so much for always supporting us. We hope you guys are doing great today. We have two topics of discussion for today, and those two topics will be: what is irreconcilable differences? You know, you hear that talked about a lot today when it comes to divorces. And we're also going to be talking about the 5 regrets that people have when they die. Now, that's an interesting point, too, because I don't know how they're coming back and telling us, hey,
Right, that's
I'm
what I was
dead.
thinking.
I'm dead. But here's the things that but yeah, but we're not gonna hold y'all, man. We're gonna hop right into it. We're gonna start it with Jordan. Come on, take us to it, Jordan.
Okay, so I came across this article on MSN.com, and the title of the article is "The Top 5 Regrets People Have When They Die," says an ex-hospice care worker. So I'm sure this is like right before they pass away. So that just kind of clears that
Okay.
up. So, well, just before I get into these top 5 regrets, like name one regret you all think may be in the top 5.
I didn't have more kids.
Okay, look at you trying to be proper. I would say probably I didn't take the job or I didn't move.
Okay, well, that might be somewhere in the top 10, but not in the top 5. So
Oh,
you all had
okay.
not,
Use
y'all didn't
us.
get the top 5 though.
Whatever.
So according to this article, I'm sure these are not ranked, but the first one that I came to is I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. And which makes sense because a lot of people probably, especially when it comes to people going to college, they may go because their parents wanted them to take a certain thing or go to a certain college because that's where they went or whatever. So I thought that was interesting. The second one, I wish I hadn't worked so hard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
One other way. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, which was interesting because according to this article, about 78% of Americans are leaving vacation time on the table. And I'm not one of those Americans. I've
Me
always taken
either.
all of my vacation time and time that I didn't have. So So the third one we come to, I wish I had the courage to express my feelings. I wish that is understandable because a lot of us tend to shut down and, just kind of go with the flow. The fourth one, I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends. And the last one, I wish that I had let myself be happier.
I'm glad you shared that. What made you
Yeah,
look
I thought that was pretty interesting when you get to the end of your life and you look back and you think about these things that you wish you had done.
It's so crazy because I'm not sure the ages of the people, but I feel like I have thought about some of those things and I'm in my 30s. I'm like, I wish I would express myself. I wish I would have done such and such, said how I felt about this situation. So I'm trying to realize those things now. So maybe I don't have those regrets when I get older, but that's interesting.
Yeah.
What about you, Jordan? What do you think would be your thing, like, that you regret?
I think one of my regrets would be just not going after, like not pursuing the things that I said I wanted to do. I think
Mm.
I would regret that. I don't want to get to a point where I look back and say, well, what if I tried to pursue that? What would have happened? So
Yeah.
Okay. Well, one thing I know some people regretting is divorce. But some people, I think that they probably felt like the divorce was good, especially depending on what the circumstances were. But speaking of that, that brought me to what I wanted to talk about today was irreconcilable differences. You know, you hear a lot of people talking about I just couldn't work it out with whoever it was, spouse. And the reason why we could do it was for irreconcilable differences. Would you ladies like to try to guess what that actually means? What is irreconcilable differences?
y'all have some issues in the marriage that you couldn't come to an agreement on? I don't know.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I would say it makes me think of it might not have been cheating or some type of abuse, but we can't quite put a finger on what it is, so we'll just use this title to sum it up.
I was doing a lot of research on it, and it says that lack of commitment and infidelity are at the top of the chart when it comes to why people get divorces. But this whole irreconcilable differences has started to climb the chart. Okay, it's not lack of commitment anymore. It's not cheating anymore. It's actually irreconcilable differences. So let's talk about what that is. I'm getting this from BoydLawOrangeCounty.com. And it's basically saying that irreconcilable differences means that the couple disagrees on such a level that they can no longer sustain a marriage. They cannot reconcile or resolve their differences enough to reunite or coexist within the marriage. Irreconcilable differences means that the only option is to dissolve the marriage. So here's some examples of what irreconcilable differences is. It says communication is listed as the one, differences of lack of communication, fundamental disagreements concerning finances or debts, sexual intimacy or lack thereof, religious disagreements, political views, balance between work and home life, excessive arguments, fighting, or discord. What do y'all think about that?
Yeah, it's interesting though, because it would seem like some of those topics, like religion and finances, would be topics you would have discussed before getting married. So it's interesting that they're the reasons for why they're getting divorced. So
could it be that people just no longer want to try to get along? So much media pushing, if it's not for you, if it's not for you, if it's not for you, if that person can't do for you, if that person can't do for you. How is marriage about you? Because I mean, think about it. If you saying, okay, well, this marriage is about me, then of course you go always think the communication should lean more towards your side, right? Whatever your beliefs, they should be more understanding about your beliefs. Whatever you try to do or whatever you try to accomplish, it should be more towards you, right? So how could you stay married if it's like that? And all of this is about being a team. And I think that's just an excuse or a cop out to just say, hey, look, it just didn't work out. But if you think back to all the relationships you've ever been in, if it wasn't one thing, it was another that was similar to the last relationship. Would you agree?
yeah, I can.
So if every relationship we've been in the past, it didn't work out, we filed all of those relationships under irreconcilable differences if they were all divorces?
Well, not necessarily. I mean, somebody can file under infidelity. So.
Well, just what you see, you kind of see what I'm saying. I mean, I definitely get the infidelity, but I'm saying,
yeah,
is irreconcilable differences a cop out, or is that something that people could actually fix? They just choose to say, you know what, this is bigger than us. I'm going my separate way.
Well, it takes two people though, because you could have someone that really wants to fix it and the other one doesn't want to. Because like relationships, in my opinion, you have to be selfless. Like it can't always be about you. Not saying you neglect yourself, but you at least work to do something that's going to be for the good of the relationship. You can't do it by yourself.
Right.
I definitely agree, but that's what I'm saying. If I don't want to do the work, can I just say, oh, we just couldn't figure it out? Irreconcilable difference. You see what I'm saying? That's why I call it a cop out, because you can just say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Because sometimes you just can't get along. But if you can't get along with one person, is the next person just putting up with you if it does work out? Or is it actually that you're getting along with you?
That's a good question.
So anyway, man, I want to ask our audience, man. Y'all found on the irreconcilable differences. Or if you have been in a lot of relationships, or some, it doesn't matter how many, what would you have filed the breakup under if it was a marriage? What would the divorce have been? Also, if you was taken out today, what would your reason for what would you feel like one of your regrets would be or that you didn't do in life? Let us know in the comments below. I am Swaver. This is Opinion the Facts, and I'm joined by my amazing co-host Joy to be great and Lovejoy. Until next time.